guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona somehow beat Celta Vigo by 1-0. I mean, that second half was the worst second half I have seen under Xavi. We played absolutely crap, but yet we walk away with the 3 points and a clean sheet. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen right now. It was Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Alejandro Balde, Pique, Alonso, Jordi Alba, midfield three of Busquets, Pedri, and Xavi, and a front three of Raphinha, Lewandowski, and Ferran Torres, with Ousmane Dembele, Ansu Fati, Frenkie de Jong, Eric Garcia, and Sergi Roberto coming off the bench. The only goal scored in this match was, thank God, for Barcelona, and it did come in from Pedri Potter. I think the ball was worked down the left hand side between Jordi Alba and Pedri himself. Then the put through ball was put to Xavi. He made a great run. He stayed onside, crossed into the box. Then the Celta Vigo defender Unai Nunez made the mistake. He lays it off to Pedri. He has a wide open net, clear as day, puts it into the net, and that gives Barcelona the huge win. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm gonna have to give it the lowest of the season, 4 out of 10. Now in the first half, first 20 minutes, we were flying. I think Pedri scored around the 17th minute, 16th minute. First 20-25 minutes, Barcelona were flying. We were absolutely all over Celta Vigo. They could not even breathe. But once the half an hour mark hit, from the 30th minute of the first half until full time, Celta Vigo ran rings around us. They were absolutely dominating the entire play. I just seen the stat that Barcelona had 2 shots in this match in total, with Celta Vigo having 12. I mean, we came out for the second half. We looked like Barcelona B. That's right. We looked freaking shite. Absolutely dreadful. We could not hold possession for a minute. We were flying and defending for our lives. Ter Stegen saving our clots. It was all over the place. That performance, that second half performance, is the worst I have seen under Xavi, and the worst I've seen in a very, very long time. My God, we looked like headless chickens. We didn't know where to go. There was a moment where Busquets gets the Celta Vigo player is going on a counterattack. Busquets literally just pulls him down to prevent it, takes a yellow card, and you hear him shouting, "Where the hell is everyone? What is going on? Wake up!" You can see it was dead. Absolutely dead. The fact we walked away with 3 points is absolutely beyond me, but that's my main takeaway from this match. 3 points and clean sheet. I am running away, top of the table, going to the Clasico. We're gonna throw this back. We're gonna, put this behind us. But my God, we have to take a look at this. This performance was dreadful. We have Inter and Clasico coming up. We play like this, and both those games, or either of them, we're getting clapped. We are gonna get destroyed. I don't care about the Camp Nou, Santiago Bernabeu. If we play like this again against any team from now until the end of October, we're gonna get slapped. So let's say, hopefully we got our bad performance out against Celta, but again, the team performance rating tonight is the worst of the season, and it gets a 4 out of 10 from me. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings. Let's start, of course, with the goalkeeper, Marc Ter Stegen, and my man of the match, he gets a 9 out of 10 from me. Without Ter Stegen, we're losing. I'm telling you that for a fact. The save from the long shot, the saves from close range, hanging it off the post, but most importantly, that point-blank save from the prick himself, Iago Aspas. No other keeper in the world, in my opinion, makes that save. And also, good defending from Roberto to force Iago Aspas to shoot with his right foot and not his preferred left foot, but Ter Stegen today was unbelievable. He did go down, of course, with that back injury. Hopefully, it's just a poor landing or some bruise. The fact he continued, hopefully, is not a big sign, but let's hope that's something serious. Ter Stegen, my man of the match. You could say that's a cop-out. You could say that's easy, but I don't give a damn. Without this German beast in goal, we are dropping points in this match 100%, and you can see how much it means to him. When Celta Vigo had that chance that he saved and Eric Garcia blocked and ended up being offside, he ran to Eric Garcia and held his shirt in the ground and said, "Freaking come on." That's how you know he is fighting for that clean sheet. Most clean sheets this season in La Liga. Only 1 goal conceded in the league, and he deserves it. My man of the match, Marc Ter Stegen, for me, gets a 9 out of 10. Now for center back partners in front of him, firstly on the right hand side, it was Gerard Pique, and I will give Pique, you could say, a generous 7 out of 10. Look, I think Pique, when we have the ball in transition going forward, he wasn't that great. He was passing the ball back a lot sideways. I can't even remember a forward pass that he did. I don't even think he made a pass forward PK this game. I think it was either Busquets, Alonso, Balde, Jordi Alba. I don't remember him passing to anyone else. But he defended very well today. I think without his aerial threat in this match, it could have been different. I think defended very, very well in this game. But again, you can't criticize him for him going forward. He wasn't that great. He did have 2 headers, I think, that were off target from corners, but I think he defended very well. His slide tackling, his aerial threat, his last dish tackles, I think he played very, very well in that aspect, but going forward wasn't that great, and that's what Xavi wants in his center backs. He wants to be able to pass the ball forward and also defend well. So the Pique did half his job today, the other half he wasn't so great, so I will give him a 7 out of 10. You could say 6.5, you could say 6 as well, but center back partner on the left hand side was a left back in Marcos Alonso, who for me will also get a 7 out of 10. I think Alonso did play very well as that makeshift center back. I think once he went to left back, he looked very, very sus down that left hand side. I think it was Hugo Mayo had him on toast for a bit. Then when Mengetha came on, the game was pretty much dying at that point. But as a center back for the first 80 minutes, I thought Alonso played well. He was great with aerial duels as well. But his passing, he did make passes a lot forward. I saw him pass to Pedri, Gavi, of course, making those in-swingers down the left-hand side as well. I think Alonso did put in a shift. Of course, the performance was not that great. And he also had that big last-ditch tackle as well that could have went in that Ter Stegen also grabbed him for as well. So credit to Alonso, not his position, but I think he did put a shift in there tonight. And I will be giving him a 7 out of 10. Into the fullbacks now. We'll start with Jordi Alba at left back, a left back playing at left back. Who's surprised? I will give Jordi Alba tonight a 5 out of 10. I thought he was the worst player in that second half. My God, everything he touched, I was getting worried. He was clearing up in the sky. Then it drops to Celta Vigo. He clears it out wide, drops to Celta Vigo. He was all over the place. In the first half, he was okay. Did make a lot of overlapping runs for Ferran Torres, connected well there down the left-hand side. Also defended very well in that first half, but second half, I think he was the worst player without a shadow of a doubt. My God, this man looks finished. Get rid of him this summer. Stick with Alejandro Balde. I think even Alonso right now is better than Jordi Alba. He is playing that poorly. For me, one of the worst players in the match for Barcelona. He gets a 5 out of 10. Now, right back, it was a left back playing at right back, but he did very well. And that is, of course, Alejandro Balde, who did look very disappointed when he got subbed off, but did get a standing ovation from the Camp Nou. I think he played very well. For a left back playing at right back, he looked decent. Again, I think the problem is he wasn't making too many overlapping runs for Raphinha in the first half. I don't know, that's tactical from Xavi. You know what, you're not really a right back, stay back more, but there's no overlapping run, nothing going forward. But defensive-wise, I think Alejandro Balde did play very well. In a match like this, when you're getting under pressure, hopefully it'll be a good experience for him. And then when he goes back to left back, he can be more natural going forward. I do remember in the first half how Alejandro Balde was going forward, had a few crossing opportunities, but always had to switch it back to his left foot. Again, right back, you want him to be right-footed, he swings it right away, but for Balde, he has to cut it back and then whip it in with his left foot, which of course is a big hindrance in our play. But overall, Balde, I think defensively he played very well, and I will be giving him a 7 out of 10. Into the midfield now, we'll start with El Capitano, Sergio Busquets, who for me will also be getting a 7 out of 10 tonight. I know a lot of people have an agenda against Busquets, but I think in this match, he did play well. I think he did exceed his average performance. You could argue that he could have gotten a 6. I definitely don't think he should have gotten a 5, 100%, but I will be giving him a 7. I think he made a lot of critical interceptions in this match, which could have been crucial for Barcelona. I think he defended very well. I think going forward, he did open up the play. He did lose the ball quite a few times in the midfield, more than usual, but I do feel like he controlled the tempo of the match, connected the play, of course, from the defense to the midfield to the attack. And of course, in defense for that whole entire second half, I do think he defended well overall. So I will be giving him a very, you could say above average, maybe you could argue with 6 or 7, let's say 6.5. I'll give Busquets a 6.5. Now for the two interiors for Barcelona, without a shadow of a doubt, were the two best performers for Barcelona throughout the entire match. Firstly, on the left-hand side, it was Pablo Gavi, and for me, he'll be getting an 8 out of 10. Besides from Ter Stegen, I think he was the best player for Barcelona. You could say the best outfield player in this match. My God, the engine on this guy is ridiculous. The amount of slash tackles he had was ridiculous. Very shocked he walked away without a yellow card, so credit to him. But my God, I think he ran like 13 kilometers as well freaking ridiculous. In the second half though, he did hold on the ball a lot where he should be clearing it. He's trying to dance around in our box. We're trying. I'm yelling on the live stream, get rid. He's still dancing, but other than that, I think he was absolutely fantastic. He was up and down the pitch going forward. I think he had the pre-assist or the assist you could say for Pedri's goal as well. That did take a deflection, of course, but I think Gavi was absolutely fantastic, and I will be giving him an 8 out of 10 alongside his partner in the interior. Of course, on the right hand side, it was Pedri who of course scored the goal. I'll give Pedri also an 8 out of 10. If he played the full game, I think he would have gotten a 9 in my opinion, but I think the fact that he got chopped off at the hour mark, I'll give him an 8. Of course, scored the goal. Credit to him. He was there. He was aware, which is very, very important. It wasn't an easy finish, though. But it's speechless, man. I don't even know how to describe it. Just the way the man dances in the midfield. Without him, we look freaking clueless. I mean, this man is becoming so pivotal to our game. It's ridiculous. And to be fair, Xavi did plan before the match to take him off at the hour mark, and he did. But this kid is unbelievable, man. I think he's definitely right now top 3 best midfielders in the world. No doubt about it. Don't at me. He's top 3 in midfielders in the world, and the fact that he is at that age is ridiculous, and I'm just so excited to see how his future unfolds at Barcelona. But today, just remember that dance in the midfield. He went through 4 players, Hugo Mayo and other ones. Oh my god, man, the man is a freaking genius, and for me, he will be getting an 8 out of 10. Now for the forwards, I'm gonna fly through this because they all perform pretty much the same. First, Lewandowski, he will get a 5. Very, very quiet, was playing the graveyard shift. We had nothing going forward past the half an hour mark. I don't blame him. He was dropping back a lot. I think he did defend well for Barcelona despite him being a striker, but he had nothing, and I wish he got rested in this match, but in the end he didn't. He'll get a 5. Left wing, of course, was Ferran Torres. He will also get a 5. I think he looked very lively in the first 20 minutes. I think he should have had that. He should have scored that chance that he had the layoff from, I think it was Gavi. He hit it one time, right move, but I think he didn't get enough curve on it. But I think other than that one chance, he was pretty average. Of course, got chopped off at the hour mark. I think past the 30 minute, he was basically non-existent. For me, he'll get a 5 out of 10. And finally, Raphinha on the right wing will also get a 5 out of 10 for me. This was his big opportunity. Of course, he played left wing against Inter, was absolutely shite. Had a meeting with Xavi, played me right wing. He played there. He wasn't that great. He did have that one great shot from the free kick tactic that you could say outside the box, but Xavi Rating had him in his pocket the whole entire game. I think, of course, the penalty was a clear penalty. I think he got the better of Xavi Rating here and there, but I think overall Xavi Rating won that battle for sure. I think Raphinha really needs to work on him being more of an attacking threat on the right-hand side. Yeah, we know he can finish, we know he can dribble, we know he has pace, but we rarely ever see it. Of course, his one goal this season was like an open header against Sevilla, so man needs to step up, I can't lie. So I will give Raphinha, though, overall a 5 out of 10. Now for the substitutions, the subs were Ousmane Dembele, Ansu Fati, Frankie de Jong, Sergi Roberto, and Eric Garcia. Literally none of them had an impact whatsoever. I will give, I guess, all of them an average 6. I mean, I can't remember Frankie touching the ball. Ansu Fati had some good runs on the left-hand side, but couldn't really connect with Jordi Alba. I think Dembele had some good runs as well, but lost the ball a lot. Sergi Roberto had that great, he was defending very well. Him and I think Roberto and Garcia were defending very well in the last few minutes to, salvage Barcelona those 3 points, but other than that, all the substitutions were absolutely dead. They all get an average 6 out of 10 from me. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Xavi Hernandez, who tonight will be getting a below average score from me. Despite the clean sheet and the 3 points, I will be giving Xavi a 5 out of 10. The fact for the whole entire second half we played that way and nothing changed whatsoever, you have to look at the coach. He didn't make any tactical change whatsoever. His subs are also all pre-planned. Let's be honest. Frankie de Jong coming in for Pedri was leaked an hour before the game, so I can't give him credit for substitutions. I think the lineup was good to start off with. I think Alonso at center back was a good option. Playing all the left backs. Would have liked to see Lewandowski get rested and also maybe an appearance from Pablo Torre, but then the way the game went, I don't really blame him for not taking off Lewandowski and bringing on Pablo Torre, but I think the performance, I think 80% of the blame goes to the players, but you also have to blame the manager as well. No change from Xavi whatsoever to influence the game. He brought on like-for-like changes in every single scenario that he made his substitutions. I feel like Xavi's under pressure now. Of course, we got big games coming up. Inter, Bayern, Madrid, Bilbao, Villarreal, some huge games coming up, and I think Barcelona need to start performing a bit more. Of course, we played now 3 games in the international break. Mallorca, lucky win. We, scraped our luck. Inter, unlucky loss, but again, we did not perform that well. Celta Vigo, very, 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 very lucky. 3 points. So Xavi, he's looking at himself, needs to talk to the players. Of course, he did mention that the players were all looking at the next week coming up, but he tried to urge them to focus on Celta Vigo. Didn't really work, and you know what? He needs to look at himself in the mirror as well. So overall for Xavi tonight, for me, he'll be getting a 5 out of 10. So that was a match review for Barcelona versus Celta Vigo in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to know firstly, of course, is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager ratings. And are you worried about Barcelona's performance in this match? You think they'll replicate this in the big matches coming up? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.